All right, today we are diving deep into one of the most intense mindset shifts you can possibly imagine. We're talking about a strategy that was forged in the absolute worst conditions, for those moments when every single drop of motivation you thought you had is just gone. So let's get right into the mindset behind it all.
So, this is the question that kicks the whole thing off. Taking souls. It sounds intense, right? Maybe even a little dark. But trust me, it's this incredibly powerful concept for manufacturing drive when you have absolutely nothing left in the tank. We're going to unpack what it means, and more importantly, where it came from.
So, to really get this mindset, you have to understand the environment where it was born. We're dropping right into the middle of Navy SEAL Hell Week. This is a place that is literally designed to find your absolute limit and then push you miles beyond it. Okay, so Hell Week. It's just this brutal, non-stop marathon of pain. And while the whole week is just pure misery, our story really zooms in on one specific day, Wednesday. This is the infamous breaking point. It's a day when most guys, even the toughest of the tough, finally ring that bell and quit. By the time Wednesday rolls around, the trainees haven't slept at all. Just try to wrap your head around that for a second. No sleep since Monday. The body, the mind, everything just starts to completely unravel. We are talking about total system failure.
And when I say misery, I mean it's a level of misery most of us can't even imagine. The source material is vivid here. Everyone is hypothermic. You're soaking wet 24/7, so your clothes are literally rubbing your skin raw. You're basically a zombie, just barely functioning. And yeah, people are pissing on themselves just for a single moment of warmth. This is rock bottom.
And in a state like that, forget about your why. There's no big goal, no inspirational quote that's going to pull you through this. The source is crystal clear on this. Motivation is completely, 100% gone. All that's left is that raw animal instinct to survive just one more second.
And the result of all this? Well, Hell Week is brutally effective. The class started with over 100 trainees. By Wednesday, after 80 or 90 people have already quit, only 3 small boat crews are even left standing. The attrition rate is just staggering.
So this is it. We're in a moment of just total despair. Everyone is broken, just waiting for it all to be over. But for the narrator of our story, something different happens. In all this emptiness, he doesn't see an end, he sees a beginning. He sees an opportunity. This is that internal voice, that dialogue that just changes everything. Instead of seeing all this suffering as a problem, he sees it as the perfect setup. You know, while everyone else is shutting down, he realizes this is his moment. The question suddenly isn't, can I survive this? It's, what am I going to do with this?
And this is where that phrase, taking souls, really gets its meaning. It's the mindset that was born right there, in that moment. It's about looking at a situation where you're supposed to be the victim, and you decide, no, I'm going to be the predator. You take all that pain, all that suffering, and you turn it into fuel.
Okay, so a powerful thought is one thing, but how do you actually turn that into action, right? Especially when your entire team is physically and mentally just shattered.
He turns to his boat crew, these 5 other guys who are just as wrecked as he is, and he doesn't give them a pep talk. He doesn't offer sympathy. He hits them with this raw, aggressive challenge. He's trying to light a fire, to make them angry, to get them to fight back against the misery itself.
Now, he calls this initial spark false motivation, which is fascinating. But here's the magic trick. False motivation, when you act on it, becomes real motivation. See, instead of waiting to feel energized, you manufacture the energy yourself. You decide to be powerful, and then you act the part until it becomes who you are.
And they acted on it immediately. As the instructors were walking up to their boat before they were even told to do anything, the crew just picks up their boat. And then they start doing boat presses, lifting that massive weight over their heads again and again and again. It was an act of pure defiance.
And as they're doing these boat presses, they start chanting, "You can't hurt boat crew too." Just imagine the scene for a second. This team of zombies, who minutes ago could barely even stand, are now screaming defiance right in their instructors' faces. They are taking total control of the moment.
And here's the wild paradox of the whole thing. Because they showed this completely unexpected aggression, because they put out more energy when they had none left, the instructors were so stunned, they actually let them put the boat down and rest. Their extreme effort earned them a break that just quietly complying never would have.
So wow, what an incredible story of survival. But what's the real takeaway here for us? I mean, how does a mindset forged in Hell Week apply to our normal, everyday lives when we're just feeling unmotivated or overwhelmed?
This quote really sums up the goal. It's about setting a completely different standard. It's about performing at such an elite level with so much intensity that you become unforgettable. The point isn't just to win, it's to live rent-free in the heads of your competition, your bosses, and yeah, even your own self-doubt.
So ultimately, this whole insane philosophy gets boiled down into a daily commitment. It's about being the one who brings the energy, every single day, no matter what. It doesn't matter if it's raining, if you're tired, if you're facing a personal loss, you show up and you become the standard that lifts everyone else up with you.
And that leaves us with one last question to think about. We all have heavy boats in our lives, right? The tough projects, the difficult relationships, the personal challenges. So when everyone else is tired and all the motivation is gone, who is going to be the one to carry the boats?